A very warm welcome back to Court Farm for episode 12 with me, MrSealyp. I was going to say good morning. It's just gone lunchtime. It's November 1. We're into November, people, in-game and in real life. Exciting times. November the 1st. Blimey. Where's the year gone? Anyway, we've got work to do. You've already seen from the clip, I ploughed and then I leased a roller and rolled our field. We are going to, because we're still in the planting window for linseed, I'm going to put some linseed in that field. We're going to give that a go. So we're going to whiz up to Court Farm. We're going to pick up their cedar, whiz down, do some linseed. We are going to... The deal with borrowing their cedar is that we need to whiz up the store because they're purchasing or have purchased a straw blower. So we're going to go and get that because we need to do some more bedding, because I think they leased one last time at Court Farm. So we're going to get some more bedding in for the cows at Court Farm. I have taken on, we are a contracting company, I've taken on another sugar beets contract. Again, look at that. What a view. Cows are happy, being fed, everything's rosy, we're looking great. Yeah, sugar beet harvest, but this time we have got a larger harvester rather than a tow behind. We've got a self-propelled harvester, so a slightly larger field. I'll be honest with you though, I have been looking. The contract field is this one, which is a fair sized field for sugar beet. I was hoping that one was going to come up. It hasn't yet. That's not to say it won't. If it does, I'm all over that. We need the money, because we're going to need to, as I said, we need to purchase a harvester and stuff like that. But for now, oh, and while we're up there, we're going to buy a trailer because we, as a contracting company, need a trailer as well. I've been looking at some different options, and because of the size of the yards, I don't want to go with anything too long, so it needs to be fairly short with a fairly decent capacity. I mean, not insane capacity, but fairly decent. So, as far as seeding goes, will I get away with that? Oh, I can't put a front weight on that. Have I got weights on the front of that already? I've changed the tyres over. Oh, we'll grab that because I like it. I like driving it as well, so let us head up. Now, what I'm hoping to do as well, we're going to whiz out in the Land Rover. Boink. We're going to head out in the Land Rover out to Banwell Castle. If you don't follow Scroft, if you don't watch Scroft's channel, go and watch Scroft's channel. Show him some love. This is a weird way of saying this. Scroft is not a farming simulator YouTuber. Scroft is a farming simulator filmmaker. I think that's the best way of putting it. I did my Halloween episode yesterday, and I had some pumpkin in it. It was, you know, I did some, you know, did the greenhouses. You know, it was Halloween. It was a Halloween episode. Scroft sent me a message and said, "Could you check this out for me? I've been working on it for a while. What do you think?" It was a feature film. It was. I was hooked. Now I'll be honest, there was no farming in it, but it didn't matter. It really didn't matter. George up at the farm. I'm on the wrong side of the road again. It's because I'm bouncing between this and Alma. Yeah, George was doing a Halloween story, a true story. It's a true story about the Banwell Castle Wraith, I guess you would call it. And I won't tell you the entire story. Like I say, go and check out Scroft's Halloween episode. Oh look, campsite's cleared a little bit today. We are heading rapidly. I say we are heading rapidly towards Christmas. It's terrifying. It's 8 weeks, isn't it? I mean, that is absolutely terrifying. 8 weeks. Oh dear, I haven't done anything. My focus is on the 14th for the premium edition coming out. I haven't thought at all about anything really beyond that. That's what we are going to need to do as well before we do any straw blowing. I think we're probably going to have to clean these out and muck them out again, aren't we? Yep, they're going to need mucking out. I don't mind, I'll crack on with that. I do that off camera, you saw me doing that before. That should be fermented by now. Let's double check that. We want that on. Yeah, fermented silo. I'm not going to open it yet. We'll leave it covered because we don't need it at the moment. We've got silage bales around the side we can bring around as and when needed, so we're good for that. So we don't need that. Right, cedar. Oh, we have got some new chickens. The chickens have bred. I think they're up to their maximum. So I think, I can't remember how many we put in here in the first place, but I think we've got 19 new. Probably why the yard looks absolutely full. So, yeah, we've got a few bits to do. Just cracking on, you know, as you do. I could have just seeded, well, after I ploughed my field, I could have just seeded directly into it. But I'm feeling very much down that route of, I've got kind of so used to, oh actually no, this is probably a little bit too big for this, isn't it? I keep forgetting this is the one with the power harrow. I was looking at options without, wasn't I? And I was struggling to find something with a decent width. I thought I had sorted one out. But they're just, like I say, that's too wide. Nice and cheap, don't get me wrong, but too wide for here. I know we've had this conversation before. I thought I'd sorted one out. Because all these types have all got the, well, that one, yeah, on the front. The power harrow. I don't want a power harrow. That's not what I'm looking for. I normally do my cultivating and stuff separately. Do I just go with it on this one, or should I switch that over to... That's linseed, isn't it? Have I got enough in there? That's the question. You know what? I'm going to put this back. I thought I'd sorted one out. Maybe I have. It might just need to be delivered to the store. I'm going to put that down, and we're going to sort our own seeder out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk up to the store with the telehandler, and we're going to pick up their pick up the straw blower. I'm going to do the straw blowing first. While up there, I'm going to talk to the guys up at the store and see if we can sort out a seeder for us. We need a seeder. If we're going to be doing contract work, we need to be seeding. Right, just bear with me. I'm going to muck these out. Do that. I'll muck them out. We'll take a telehandler up to the store. We'll pick up their new straw blower. We'll get a bale in, and we'll blow it. I'll show you because I don't think I showed you before, did I? Where the trigger came up for me. I should have done the gate. Yeah. So I'll see you up at the store. We'll pick it up and we'll come back. We'll get some blowing done. Yeah. And then, like I say, I want to whiz out to the... Yeah, so no, I was talking about... Yeah, so there was a kind of Halloween story, local myth, legend. It's a true story because George heard it down the pub, so yeah, Scroff, George and Ross went out to Banwell Castle in the dark. Now, I want to whiz out, I want to have a look. I haven't been out to the castle, so we're going to whiz out to the castle, we're going to have a look. Difference between myself and Scroft. Scroft went in the dark, pitch black. I'm a coward. I'm going to do the coward's ghost hunting. We're going to go out and see if we can see the Banwell Wraith. We won't see it during the day, but I'm just curious to go out to the castle. So we'll go out. We'll have a look. Like I say, I'll do the muck, clean the muck, and then I'll whiz up to the store and I'll see you up there. And hopefully we can sort out a seeder and we'll pick up the blower as well. So I'll see you up there in a minute. We're at the store. Apologies if you can hear the rain. It's not raining in game, but it is raining here. It's raining in my heart. What was I going to say? Right. They've gone for a Robert or a Robert, depending where you're from. The Hydra Pail. Now I think they're supposed to do round bales, but we're going to try it with the square bale. That's been bought by Court Farm. My money has gone down because I bought a seed bag. This is a 4,000 litre seed bag. That was 2,700, so it's a cheaper alternative. Multi-something greenhouse. You've seen me use them before. If we go into here and we go to our big bags, if I whiz out to the end, it will tell me what the mod is out on the end. Multi-crop greenhouses pack. Yeah, we've used these before for various different things. The line bags are 8,000 litres, but the seed bags 4,000 for 2,700, so not a bad price. So I've grabbed one of those. So I've spoken to the guys at the store, and what we have got available, if we're interested, we can. Right, so we've got an ASM 6040 for 17 grand, which isn't too bad. That's 6 metres wide, 150 horsepower required. Or we've got the TR500 seed distributor. Now that's a broadcast seeder. It's only 600 litres. Spreads out to 12 metres though. I'd have to be refilling quite a lot unless I've got a front tank, but that's actually, that's pretty cool. I know that there are certain crops you can broadcast seed. Some you need to drill. Some you can get, well, like grass you can broadcast. There's a few different ones you can kind of get away with broadcast seeding. That will let you broadcast seed everything. Well, I say everything, all the seed related crops. But I think we're going to go sort of more for a standard. I'm trying to think, did I use this on Attingham Park, the original version of this? If we go for the larger version, puts the price up a little bit. Do I want design on it? New or old? I kind of like the old design. I'm trying to think if I used this already on something. Not bothered with markers. I think we're going to leave the colours and stuff all the same. Actually, I might change the pipe colour. Does that look a bit better? Well, maybe not. Blue pipes. I like the blue pipes. Let's go with that. Rim colour we might change as well. Let's go with the silver. Oh, hang on. We've got some Metallics down here. Chromes. I'm not a big chrome fan. Oh, maybe not. Ugh. That's more like it. Let's go with that. 18,030. Excellent. Right, and the other thing was a trailer. Come out of there. I'm going to go for a Flegel, I think. This is where I find out I haven't sorted this out with the store either. Here we go. I want to go for, I don't want a swivel axle. I want to go for a standard. We're going to go for something like that because it's fixed axle, which means reversing in and out of tight spaces, will be easier. I'm not saying I can't do it with the others. I do. It just takes a little bit of time. And then we're going to go up for an 18,600 litre trailer. 21,000. It's quite short, quite stubby, not a bad size. I think we're going to leave the stuff all the same. I am going to put a cover on it just in case we need to leave it outside at any point. And I'm going to take the number plate off. We don't need a number plate on there. More gear for KCC. We're getting there. Let's buy that. I'm just trying to think. Did I lease the last one? I don't think I did. We've still got a bit of money, which is good. So, KCC now owns a trailer as well and a seeder. We've got a bag of seed. What I am going to do... Oh, that's the... There we go. So there's our Panther 2. That's for our sugar beet contract. And there's a tractor and trailer there for doing that. Is that a Landini? Landini! Oh, let's just turn the engine off. Right. What I'm thinking actually, rather than going and get the Land Rover and coming back to the castle, we're out this way anyway. What I'm going to do, we'll head round to the castle now, I guess. We'll do it in the telehandler on the way, say on the way back, not really on the way back. Actually, that's a lot. That's longer than it looks. Does that make sense? It's longer than it looks. I mean, technically, it's quite big, isn't it? How do I move the... Oh, there we go. That and there, and then is it that and that. Should I want to blow the straw around? And I keep mentioning Joe Seals a lot, but they've got a Teagle. They've got a Teagle straw blower, and I was contacted a while back actually by someone from Teagle, from the actual company, saying they were hoping to get some of their stuff in game, and would I be prepared to have a look at it in advance of? And I said, well, the problem is because I play on console, it's a little bit tricky. I mean, they could send it to me, and I could have a look on PC. It doesn't tend to go down too well when I look at stuff on PC, but they did say that if they get anything into game, would I, I said, look, I do mod reviews anyway, so absolutely, I'll be all over that. But they've also got one like this, where the barrel goes in the front. Theirs is green. I can't remember who the manufacturer is. That's why I thought, you know what? Let's sort one out, because I need to get some more straw in there. So anyway, I will see you when we get a little bit closer towards the castle. It has been suggested to me by Mr. Dalek JD when I said about the rain and the noise, and he said there's the mics that he uses. I've got a Rode mic, and what's mine? It's a USB NT something or other. Anyway. And he said there's he sent me a link for it, and it's not sound cancelling. What kind of sound cancelling? It picks up your voice, but it doesn't pick up all the surrounding stuff as well. He says it's much better for that kind of thing. So when I was working indoors under the stairs and people would come up and down the stairs, or people would be in the kitchen, he said, well, you won't pick any of that up. It will pick up your voice crisper, cleaner, clearer. But when he sent me the link, not cheap, not cheap at all. So I was like, I'll stick with what I've got at the moment. I'll just speak a little bit louder when it's raining heavily, unless we have a proper monsoon. I'm dreading if we get hail. Hail might be a tricky one. I hope we get some snow this year. Where I live, last year, everywhere around us within 5 miles got snow. We got nothing. It was boring. Anyway, I'll see you out there. So, castle coming up on the left. I am the cowardly lion. Oh dear. Like I said, I'm not coming out in the dark. No way. It was really eerie and creepy. It was very well done, but also it was kind of otherworldly in that where they went, it sort of, I don't know, it felt like, I don't know, something just so different, Absolutely brilliant. But I haven't been out here, so I thought we'll come out and have a look. And the legend of there's a tree. Like I say, I won't tell you the whole story. But Sister Agnes patrols the grounds and watches a tree that overlooks the castle. Well, I was trying to work out where they went. It was out this way and up round behind, and there's one of the trees out there. But I suppose if you go back in time to when the legend, the story comes from, a lot of those trees probably weren't there. I don't know which tree it was, but I thought, yeah, while we're out, let's have a look. We haven't been to the castle yet. Very cool. You can imagine this, can't you? You can imagine this at night, in the dark, fog, mist rolling in. Forget that. Forget that. Oh, easy. Yeah, it's out the back there somewhere. It's very easy to be a ghost hunter during the day, isn't it? When they're less likely to come out. Banwell Castle. Very cool. Well, like I say, I just thought we'd come out and have a look. I'm sure it's out around here. And you're not supposed to touch the tree. And I don't know which one it is, but I don't touch any just in case I touch the tree. But I don't know, it was up around. I mean, I'll be honest, these are all here. There's some. That's a fairly large. I'm just thinking of trees that would have been here a long time. I mean, that looks more prominent, and I guess a lot of those wouldn't have been here. But I'm thinking one of these maybe. Like I say, it was dark and it was torchlight and it was really difficult to tell, but just brilliant. Anyway, I've got work to do. I need to get back. I can't. There's only so long I can be a coward for. Plus, we've only got so many hours of daylight. The time of year now, the sun didn't get really up until gone 9 today. It was pouring with rain. Didn't stop raining until about 11:45. So I was in that position where I couldn't really do anything until now. Let's head back. Let's get a baling. Let's get that done. Then we'll go back to the store, grab the seed and get some seed in. I'll get our field seeded, sown, and that's going to need rolling then afterwards. And fertilising actually. I did find a route back along here the other day. It was a bit convoluted, but it involved sort of skirting around the edges of other people's fields, which doesn't always go down too well with landowners. Back to the farm we go! So having skirted around... Oh, that's a good point. Expected yield, growth, growing, loamy sand, no weeds. Is that because I ploughed? I can't remember now. Does ploughing stop the weeds? Or does it make them worse? I can't remember. We haven't got any. That's good. I was watching Kaleb Cooper the other day when he's been doing, obviously they do the soybean, do their corn, and they were looking at intercropping, of putting the two crops together, because corn yields much better around the edges, sort of 2 or 3 rows in, where the sunlight can get to it more, and when it gets hot, it allows heat to escape easier from the edges than it does in the middle where everything's packed in. So they've been looking at intercropping where they put 2 crops next to each other, and they were looking at whether, was it 12 rows, 10 rows, 8, I can't remember what they went down to, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1, and they were doing rows of soybean, rows of corn, rows of soybean, rows of corn. And when he got down to, was it 6s? 6s, 4s. So it's 4 rows of corn, 4 rows of soybean, for all intents and purposes. The 6s did well as well, because you got 2 or 3 rows in. Well, if it's only 6 rows, it's 3 rows in from either side, you're in the middle. And it was yielding, was its highest 400 and something? Average was high 300 bushels, which he said was insane. They never get that. So they're looking at how could they move forward intercropping. It's becoming a big thing. I say of late. I mean, it depends where you're from. Now I'm going to have to adjust this bale because that's in the wrong position. I've got to remember how to do this. How do I take the chain off? Like that. If I grab the silage fork, grab the bale, turn it the other way around, if I can put it up against something, I can push into it, that would work, wouldn't it? Go with it! I kind of know what I'm doing sometimes. I have an idea in my head. We know how that always works out, don't we, people? Always works out really well. Nothing ever goes wrong. Hardly. So I'm thinking, if I put the bale Oh, I probably would have been right that way around, wouldn't I? Up against here. So this then will influence how you stack and where you leave your bales as well moving forward, because of how this may or may not work. I say may or not. Of course it'll work. What's the worst that could happen? I make myself look silly on a video. Like I've never done that before. Right, so... that's where I push the bale right way through the wall of the barn. I honestly thought that would have gone in there a lot easier. Come on. There we go. Kind of. I mean, it's practically perfect, isn't it? I mean, it does... so it doesn't get any better than that. Of course it does. Now, I had the trigger come up about here. And you watch it not work this time. You are kidding me. How was that not? What is going on? This is where it came up last time. Don't fall out. I can't even get this to... oh! I suggested then they buy one of these. This doesn't make any sense. Is it because the triggers... no! What is happening? Is it because this isn't supposed to work with a square bale? I'm sure this is working with this. Oh, what is happening? Have a giraffe, this didn't work last time. Fine, I'll take it. How weird is that? So what I do love as well, when you see guys doing this with the straw blowers or these front mounted ones, the cows love it. They run underneath the grass, the straw, they get it on their backs, they leap around, they absolutely freak out. Is that enough? I think it might be enough. It did work. There's quite a bit though. Any more for any more? Not much left of that bale, but if we now check into here, oh no, I need to be on. Well, that's a point actually. I just did that on our account, not on theirs. Well, they all seem very happy. Now let's go and check. Straw is full, feed's looking good, milk 5,050 litres, we got some slurry being produced and the manure I've been taking out. Awesomeness. Yeah, so we've got our chickens at 8 months, our rooster, and then we've got our new births, yeah, 19 chickens. Excellent. We have been discussing the possibility, I said about pigs. Horses, of course, is another option. A horse, of course. So what I'm going to do is put that back in there, because I'll need that for mucking out. We'll grab our tractor, head back. Oh, we need to go to the store, don't we? Pick up the seeder. I probably won't seed with the tractor that I've got because it's maybe a little bit too small. I think it would it say it needed, was it 140 horsepower? I can't remember. But I'll head to the store. Let's go and pick up our new seeder. We'll get to our field. We'll get the linseed in. I'll probably need to get a roller. I need to bring the trailer back. We are expanding the farm, and bearing in mind it's now 1:45. We got a bit of sunlight, but you can see where are we? Where was the sun in the sky? Right, so it doesn't get up very high. Actually, you know what? Let's feed the dog while we're here, since we're on their account. We have got some very big grass fields. Let's leave their front door open. There we go. There we go. Dog's fed. All good. We'll check on the rabbits. Still makes me smile every time I come over. Every single time. I have been warned we may have a pending change. What is every time I come back here? These people, these campers, they're just in, out, bang, bang, tents up, wallop. You know, that was deserted earlier. Oh well. Traffic's very light. Not knocking it. Let's see if I can stand the right side of the road this time. That'd be handy, wouldn't it? I don't understand that straw blowing at all. That is really weird. When I used to tow behind the straw blower, I couldn't get it to work at all. Where that one just worked. It doesn't make any sense. Oh well. It did work. But that didn't quite go to plan. My Massey was fine. It's got the built-in front weight on it on the front. Well, that's why it's got a front weight. And then when I put the seeder on, it was fine until I filled the seeder up. Then the whole thing tipped backwards. So I brought the trailer down, the Flegel trailer down with the Massey. Went back up with the case. Grabbed the seeder. So I went up with the front weight on this because I thought it's probably the best thing to do. You watch there be a person walking down the road. Oh, are we going to get away with it? All this, no, look, every time. So I'm just very careful. There we go, look. Barely even broke her shoulder. So as you can see, the ploughing did bring up a few stones, but the rolling put them back under the ground. Apart from a couple of little bits, there was a couple of little patches I couldn't do anything about. But we've got a lovely seed bed. Good to go. Beacons off, unfold it, close the gate. That's not bad. I just need something that was folded no wider than the width of the tractor. So getting down lanes, while some are quite tight, we can still get down there. That's 6 metres wide, so it's not a bad size. Not a bad size folded, not a bad price. Let's get that on. We're on linseed. We are, better double check. We are in the linseed window, are we not? It's been a right old day today. We've had Robert, we've had Lynn. Linseed, lovely lady. Yeah, we are. November. We're good. planting season. That's what I'll do. Rather than lower the front weight, let's lower the seeder. There we go. Let's pretend like we know what we're doing sometimes. Someone messaged me the other day and said about what are my thoughts on watering on like, the next version of the game, whatever happens. How, you know, honestly, yeah, I think anything that adds to the game dynamics, having stuff like, I got in trouble because I don't really use the pumps and hoses pack. The thing with the pumps and hoses pack is fantastic and it's immersive and it's an awesome pack. I mean, the stuff you can do with it is just incredible. But it's a lot of setting up, a lot of prep. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't used it enough. I can't say I have because I haven't. But someone said about irrigation and irrigation systems. And yeah, I think that would be cool. You know, you would only need to use them if you had rain and it was fine. And maybe there'll be like a rain gauge or a gauge like when we get out of the field now. Let's just stop there, turn it off. If we get out and we look at our field info, if you look at the ground now and it says nitrogen, whatever, if, depending on the weather, if you've had rain, it will say how much moisture there is in the ground or something, you know. If you have a period where you don't have any rain, and that when you come onto the field, your field info screen shows needs moisture, needs water, then you've got to come out with some kind of irrigation system, and you've got to, you know, I just think that would be it would be a fantastic feature. There's only so much stuff. I tell you what I'll do again. There's only so much stuff I guess they can implement at any one time. There's only so much stuff they can get that will work, and they have to weigh up, I guess, as well, what they can implement, what will work, what is immersive, but also what do people want. You know, there'll be a wish list, there'll be a priority list of the things they want to implement, the things they can implement, and the things they can implement in a timely manner that won't cause everything else to crash and stop working. I guess, like I say, I don't know. I'm no coder. I'm not a game developer, game designer. But yeah, it would be cool. There are so many extra features that could be added in. I'm not saying should be added in, but could be added in. We've talked about a lot of them at different times on live streams and when I do my videos. I just chat about stuff, you know, things that's on my mind, and people will message and ask me questions, and it gets your mind ticking away. You start thinking, oh yeah, actually, you know, I wonder, that'd be quite cool. What if kind of thing. And some of it, when you're doing storylines, you kind of simulate doing certain things. Some people just go with it. Some people are like, oh, that's really cool, you know. You might use a piece of equipment that's not designed for whatever it is you're claiming in your story you're doing, you know. But it works because it looks right, and you know, if you sell it well, it works. Other people just won't go for it at all. You know, you'll do stuff and say, oh, you know, we've got to do this today. And people are like, oh, look, but that's not in the game, is it? No, but it's a story, you know, you just kind of go with it. Enjoy where the narrative's taking you. Maybe. And then, like I say, we'll come back and we'll roll after. First time doing linseed. I don't know if I should be doing it or not, but let's just get it in the ground anyway. I suppose you could also have that thing as well. If you had that system in place for ground moisture, when it comes to sowing, if you've had a lot of rain, or it's just rained, you can't sow because the ground's too wet. There's too much moisture in the ground for you to sow. That would be quite cool. I know a lot of people want the mud. They want the mud dynamics, the snow runner mud kind of thing. So you get patches of the field that get really boggy and really muddy, and you know you have to go round them or whatever. Yes, that would be cool, but that's, you know, that's making that work's a whole different animal. But having a moisture level that if it's above a certain amount you can't sow, because you would get bogged down kind of thing until it dries up a bit, or later in the day, or if the sun comes out, or it's a bit windier, or, you know, I don't know. I think it's the sort of thing that Realismus modding kind of cracked with their previous version of Seasons. It was complicated. There was a lot going on with that, but it was brilliant. It was so cleverly done. Anyway, yeah, just thought while we're doing this, a few things that have been buzzing around my brain box. I'll do another headland and then just go back and forwards. That'll give me enough room to turn around. I mean, I have a tendency to do this a lot. I do the headland first, which I suppose you would do when you're harvesting more than sowing. With sowing, you would go up and down, then do the headlands after. Yeah, so yeah, I always tend to do this the wrong way around, don't I? I guess it's that OCD thing of I need to block the field in. Again, if I turn that off, we go back to our map, and we should be down here. So yeah, I'll kind of do the headlands first, go around the outsides, do the headlands, and then go up and down. Because to me, I'm kind of gradually colouring in, you know? You go around the edges first with your tongue sticking out. Go around the edges, make sure you don't go over the edges with your pen. And then go in the insides. But what I should be doing is going up and down. And then when I'm done, do the headlands and then leave the field. Yeah, I mean, that's realistically what I should be doing. I suppose. Done it again. Turn it on. Any hoodly hoo. Channel my inner Ned Flanders. I'll see you in a little bit, and what I'll do, I'll grab the sugar beet harvester. The field's right next to Court Farm actually, so we can whiz out and we'll make a start on that. I won't, like I said, I'm not going to do the whole sugar beet harvest in this episode. I'll do a lot of that, I'll be off camera. Got to look and see. This is hard to see. The lighting is not great, I suppose because it's quite low in the sky. It's not dark enough. If I just tilt the camera a little bit, you can just about see in the headlights the lighter and darker bit. Then we have to sort out getting our nitrogen on here, because at the moment pH is good, nitrogen is bad. So nitrogen rolling. Once the crop's in the ground, we'll get that done. But again, I might do the nitrogen off camera. We do need to get a fertiliser spreader. Actually, is there a broadcast one of those? That TR500 is the broadcast seeder. Well, that might be a cheaper alternative, although I'm just thinking we'll probably get through quite a lot of it, won't we? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the brochure. Yeah, there is, there. 800 litre. There's also that. That might work. If we go for the larger one, 1,700 litres, it'll need refilling every now and again. But it's cheap as chips, 3,700. I could stick that on the back of the Massey, couldn't I? That'd work. So just do seed, or just seed and fertiliser and lime. That one's 6 grand. 12 metre, 12, 18 metre. Oh well, you know what? I reckon support wheels. Yeah, let's get with support wheels. Oh yeah, it's 150 on, doesn't it? Shall we do it? Yeah. Lovely job. Linseed's in. Like I said, I need to sort out the nitrogen and we'll get the rolling done. But I want to make a start on this before we start losing the light as well. We should be able to get through the gates here. I've already brought the tractor and the trailer down. Through the yard, down through the grass field. This should fit through the gate. It's very tight. They always are. Actually, probably turn the beacons off now as well. Actually, I'm just looking at this grass. I drove through the field just now. We'll probably get another cut out of this, you know, this year, won't we? If I move the tractor, the bits out of... Is that fully grown yet? It's always difficult to tell, isn't it? Why is our thing not on? Field info is on. What's it saying? Soil, sandy loam, grass. It's ready to harvest, but it's ready to harvest at any point. So, don't know, I suppose we could get it. I'm just thinking if we cut it and pick it up again, I don't know whether it's easier or better, whether we'd be better off just silage baling it or sticking it in the other clamp, because we've got a second clamp here at the farm, haven't we? And that'll be 2 cuts for this year. I don't know if that's got another growth stage to go yet. It's been a while, hasn't it, since we cut it. I suppose if we silage baled it, we can always leave the silage bales in the field for the time being, then pick them up later on. But this is the beet field that our harvest is on, so just through the field that's owned by Corp Farm. I say we, I suppose, yeah, I'm just... I think... Let's unfold all that. Are we lights all the way on? We are. Nope. I say nope, so I just realised what I've done. Pipes other side, and this will fill up fairly quickly. That's better. We don't want the complaints line heating up, do we? So the jobs I wanted to get done are done. We've got the straw blower, and it worked eventually. I put myself in harm's way, or in farm's way. Did I really though? No, because I bottled it. Because I was a big cowardly chicken farmer. Not a chicken farmer, chicken farmer. So yeah, I didn't put myself in farm's way. I'm the daylight ghost hunter. Anyway, thank you, Scroft, for the entertainment. And this is where I'm going to leave you. I might show a couple of little clips to start the next episode of me doing the rolling and the nitrogen on our linseed field. We'll see what other contracts pop up. Like I say, there are some really big... I know I keep stopping and going to the map, but as we go across here, let's go to crop types. There are some, like field 6 here, there are some massive grass fields that I keep thinking, oh, if those pop up for contracts, that would be just absolutely bonkers. And either of those would be absolutely incredible. Well, I don't know, like I say, we'll see. I mean, to be fair, these are, yeah, they're probably not likely to. It's all of these ones, isn't it? That's more for purchasing rather than contracts. But there is grass on them, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, in a really, really poor way. And 111, I want 111 to come up for sugar beet harvesting, not with the toe behind sugar beet harvester, because that would be horrific. I mean, to be fair, this is going to take a while. I've done it to myself again. What else am I going to do with my time? Farming. Big sugar beet harvest, big potato harvests, baling contracts. I love it all. I think in real life, I think I would make a good contract. I think I would make a good farm worker. Not necessarily. I would love to be a farmer, but because I know for most people, but if it's your job, if it's what you do day in day out, we've said this before. It's a busman's holiday, isn't it? It's that kind of, you know. It's what you do. It's your job. You probably don't get. A lot of people do. A lot of the guys I do watch, they love farming. They just love farming. They love what they do. They love farming. They love the machinery. They love the equipment. Like Ollie Blogs said, it is great when you're having a good day, but then there's a lot of stuff that goes on that at the moment farming isn't as much fun. And I think that comes more if you're a farm owner, and obviously you've got bills to pay and salaries to pay and that kind of stuff. If you're a farm labourer, farm worker, I can't think of anything better. Being paid to do this, I would just, oh man, I would absolutely love it. and it wouldn't bother me sitting doing stuff like this for hours and hours at a time. It really wouldn't. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you still enjoy it. I was miles away there. I was just thinking about doing this for a living. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.